Hello, my name is Hector. Welcome back to How to Play FTB Revelation. We are back. How's everyone doing? Hope you are doing well. From last episode, we basically just got this set up. We made a stone pickaxe like that, and we upgraded it. That's basically what we got up to last episode, which is great. I made myself a stone mattock, basically in the same way, and if you want to know what it does, that's what it is. The cutter mattock is a versatile farming tool, effective on wood, dirt, and plants. There you go. So that's what I've done. Not very much. I've also now got a sleeping bag, which is great. So if you don't know what this is like a bed. And if you look, press R, if you remember, press R for recipe. It will give us the recipe, and it's just some white wool. 3 white wool will give you a white sleeping bag, and that means that rather than having to carry around a bed, we can just use this wherever we are, and it will not reset your spawn point, unlike a bed, which is great. This is a very common thing in modded. You often get some sort of sleeping bag, and here we have from the mod comfort. So I've got that as well. Now you can also see I have a diamond backpack. So if we have a look at this, the recipe, and basically you make a gold, you make an iron, and finally you make a basic backpack. So you can basically just keep upgrading this. So this is the initial recipe to get yourself a basic backpack, and then you upgrade that to an iron backpack, to a gold backpack, and finally to a diamond backpack, and that will just give you a lot more slots, which is great. So today we are going to be looking at more Tinker stuff, because one of the great things about modded is that you can get some early game ore doubling. Ore doubling is the name of the game, and the easiest thing to start off with, we're going to have a look at a couple of early game methods, is if we have a look at this, the grindstone from Applied Energistics. Now you need some quartz or some Certus quartz to begin with, and you might come across some Certus quartz whilst you are mining. Most likely you will. You don't have to go to the nether, and you can see there's 2 different types of Certus quartz. There's normal Certus quartz and charged. Either will work. You'll probably find more Certus quartz, and if you look at Certus quartz, let's have a look at it here. There you go. It will look like just a normal ore. So there you go. That's what it looks like in the world. So grab yourself some of that. And we're going to make a wood gear first, which you can see is just some logs and a stick, which is very simple to make. Then we should make some stone and just some cobblestone, which is fairly easy. And we've got a quartz grindstone. Now, if we just put this down like this won't do anything. You can see it's got some things to put in and all of that, but we are missing something. Now then, I think it's like this. There we go, a wooden crank, also from Applied Energistics 2. So we can put this on here, and then we shift click that on. There you go, and then you can see that is that. So let us get some iron. And remember, you can mouse wheel. You don't have to shift or anything. And if we put this in here, you can see it ends up in that slot. And now what we do is we have to crank it. So you right click that just to hand crank it. So this is all manual work. But what you get is, there you go. We are seeing, so this is still in here, and there you go. Once it doesn't crank anymore, you can see, and you've got to be careful, because if you keep doing that, that will happen. So let's quickly make another one. There we go. But once it stops working like that, that means the operation has finished, and you can see, look at that, we've got 9 pulverized iron. So we only put 5 ores in there. We got 9 iron, which now we can put in a furnace and smelt to get 9 iron, which is pretty good. So we've almost doubled our ore. So this is a very early game way of just getting a little bit more from your ores, almost doubling your resources. But we're going to have a look at something else that will be a little bit more automatic. Okay, so let's have a look in JEI, and you need to have a look for grout. There you go. I am grout. And these are the different ways of making it. You can make it is from gravel, sand, and clay. Now, clay, you should be able to find in normal world gen. So whilst you're mining away, you should probably find some clay as well. You'll be able to find it in just normal mining mining operations that you do, you won't have to just go to a swamp like in vanilla Minecraft, which is great. It's just an easier way of getting some clay. So we're going to need a fair amount of this. So let's just make, oh, there we go, that accidentally got in there. Now, if you put a chest next to one of these crafting stations, you can see you can access it here, which is pretty good. There we go. We got 2 bits of that. Shall we make one more, I think? One more. There we go. Yeah, let's make 2 more. So I'm going to go and smelt this up. See, this is what you do. You smelt this up. This is still smelting. We're still getting our iron. There we go. And if we put this in here, what you will see is you get seared brick. And we can have a look at this by pressing U, if you remember, to look at the uses. There you go. And you get seared brick. Now you may be asking, what can you do with seared brick? Well, let's have a look. You can make all of these things, and these are the things that we will be making. So the most important thing is that you'll need a little bit of glass. You'll need 1 glass to make what we're making, which is, no, not that one. One of these needs some glass. There you go, the Seared Tank. So you'll need 1 glass for that. We'll need a fair few bricks, but we'll go over that. I'm just going to smelt this up, and then we'll get right back to building a smeltery. Whilst we are waiting for our grout to smelt into seared brick, what we could do is upgrade some of our chests. Just so you can see here, the iron chest mod. What we get here is different chests. So like the backpacks, we can actually upgrade our chests. So the next tier on from the normal chest is the iron chest. So you can make that either by surrounding iron around a normal chest, or iron and glass around a copper chest, which a copper chest is just copper around a normal chest. So it's up to you which way you can do. Now you can also get upgrades. So a wood to iron chest upgrade. So what you do, let's make one of these. There we go. What you do, you get that, you go to your chest. So if we look at it now, it's the standard chest size, and just click on it. There you go. It turns into an iron chest, and it is twice the size, which is amazing. So you can keep upgrading them if you wish. It's up to you, but that's a nice little thing just to make a little bit more of your space. So one of these iron chests is the same size as a normal vanilla double chest, and this keeps getting bigger. You can see it goes all the way up to diamond to crystal. Crystal and obsidian are the biggest chests. So there you go. All of that's on that, or obsidian around a diamond chest. And diamond chest isn't as bad as you think. 2 diamonds around a gold with some of that. So this is very much worth doing. Okay, we have enough seared brick now to get going. You'll also need some lava, and you'll need a little bit of gold or clay, but we'll get to that shortly. So let us begin making things that we need for the smeltery. So we need a Smeltery Controller. That is basically the heart of the controller, of the smeltery even. We need one of these, a Seared Tank. That's where we put the lava, which powers the smeltery. That's how we smelt the items in there. We will also need, we'll need a Smeltery Drain. That's how you get fluids in and or out. And for that, you'll need a faucet. Okay, so that's like a tap. And then I think that's all we'll need for there. But we'll also need one of these, a casting table. And we'll also make a casting basin. So actually, let's make another Smeltery Drain. And another faucet. There we go. Okay, so we've got 2 of those and 2 drains as well. There we go. So the rest of these we can basically make into bricks. Seared bricks, just regular seared bricks. There we go. So the way this works is you can make this in pretty much as big or as small as you want. And what you'll need first of all is you'll need a bottom. The bottom of the actual smeltery always needs to be some seared brick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it 3 by 3. That's a fairly standard size. Now you can just have it as 1. You can do a 2 by 2. It is up to you. You can make this fairly large. It is up to you. Then what we are going to be doing, we'll just put a block there. Is that a cow coming to see me? Yes, it is. And we're going to put the Smeltery Controller here. Okay, so you don't have to have You don't have to have seared brick there. You can, of course, if you want to make it a little bit prettier. It is up to you. And we're going to put the tank next to it there like that. And then we're going to put one smeltery drain here. And then we'll put another one here like that. Okay. So you can see it has different outputs and inputs. So I'm going to put one there like that. I'm going to put one there just for now. You can put another faucet on that side as well. And we've got one here. So you have a few options on how to do this. And the rest now, we just need to fill all of this in. So it just needs to connect like this, like that, and like that. Bam. And once you do that, you can see it becomes what is called a multi-block structure. You can see it's working because that lights up. Okay, so as you can see, it doesn't need too many blocks. It doesn't need too many blocks for it to get working. And as I say, if you wanted this to be smaller, you can do a 1 by 1, and you just have to make sure that it is in this arrangement like this. Okay, so it just needs the bottom, and then it needs these around the outsides. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to make it a little bit bigger. We're going to make it a little bit bigger, because we have the requirements here. There we go. That should make it. We're going to make it one taller, just because right now you can see we've got space for nine slots basically, which is not bad, but we can do a little bit more. We can do a bit more, and you just basically you expand it like this. You just keep going up, keep going upwards, and obviously you can make this a lot wider if you want, rather than tall. It's completely up to you. And there you go. Look, we've doubled in size, which is much better. So, how does this work? It is a good question. It is a good question. So we need to put some lava in there. Oh, there you go. A little bit of a rendering glitch, and you can see, there you go. It says 1 bucket, lava temperature 1300, which is very, very good. So what can we do with this, you ask? Well, we can obviously smelt things. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is we need to make a cast. So we'll put our casting table just under the faucet here, which is attached to the smeltery drain. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to smelt 2 gold to make a cast. We're going to make an ingot cast, okay? So we need an ingot. There we go. Now, casts, if we look at ingot, we should be able to find it. There is an ingot cast. There we go, which is great. Now, I believe you can also make these out of clay. Let's have a look, in fact. Cast. There we go. There's all these different casts. There's some out of clay, which you can make if you don't maybe have enough gold. But what it does is, you can see it consumes the cast, because basically it will make whatever you are making in the cast, and it is sort of like what we have here, you know, with these part crafters. You can make different parts, which you can also use in building different tools. But the clay cast will basically die after actually casting. So that's why we're going to go straight to gold. If you have the gold, this is a good thing to do. So there we have it. You can see capacity 144 ingots, which is great. Free 142 ingots. So we've used 2 ingots worth. And you can see there you go, molten gold, 2 ingots. So how do we get this out? Well, all you have to do is you have to just right click on that faucet. Now we don't want to do that right now because there's nothing there. We want to make the cast, and you make it by putting any ingot there like that, and then we pour it over. You can see now, pouring it over, there we go, and it consumes that iron ingot. So you need to choose wisely, and there we go, we have an ingot cast. So now we can put some ore in. So let's put 5 ore in, the same as our grindstone. So you can shift click these in like that. That is lovely, lovely stuff. And you can see it's using that lava to smelt the iron. And it's almost there. And once it does, there we go. You can see we have now 1 ingot and 1 block. So that is 10. Okay, 10 in total. Now, what you're going to want to do, because you don't want to just sit there and do all of that. So we can make this a little bit more automatic. So let's make ourselves a couple of chests like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to make some hoppers. We're going to make some hoppers. So I've got some more iron here. There we go. Like that. And hoppers, obviously, they are made the same way as standard vanilla. There we go. Like that. Looking a lot better. We're going to get a chest here as well. And I'm just gonna undo this. And I should be doing it with my better tool. There we go. Just so we can get. So let's put a chest there. And we're going to put a hopper there like that. Okay. And that just means we can start to automate this. So the next thing we want to do is get a clock. A redstone clock. And this is from the same, this is from Extra Utilities 2. So if we look at that, just some stone, some redstone, and a redstone torch. So go get yourself that. There we have it. There is the redstone clock. So not too bad. And you want to make yourself a lever as well. So the way this works, oh, let's get that back, is to get this out, we could of course do that. And you can see it has a lovely little, there you go. And if we look in here now, we have one iron ingot. Now, we might not want to do that. We might not want to stand here and do all of that, because if you've got this full up, you don't want to just be standing here to just right click this out. So what we can do is put a redstone clock here, and this basically, this sends out a redstone signal. So let's test it with some actual redstone. Oh, I've got some. I've already got some. There you go. There you go. You can see what this does. It just occasionally, every so often, sends out a redstone signal. And by putting a lever on here, you can basically turn it off. Turn it on and turn it off. And this is very handy. This is really handy. You'll probably use this quite a lot. So if we put this over here, you can see it does it automatically. And the only reason you'll need a lever is occasionally you might want to turn this off, because you don't want to just leave this running if you don't have to. So we put a lever on there just to turn it off as well. So there you go. We're getting iron. This is all very nice. So you can double your ores. So you can see we put 5 ores in there. How many have we got left? We've got 4 ingots left there. 3. There you go. This is the last one. Lovely stuff. And now we have 10 ingots. So that is a great way of doubling your ores, just for a little bit of lava. Now, the one thing you've got to be aware of is putting a lot of different things in. So if we have a look, if you say we have some of that, and we've got some lead here as well. So let's put both of these in. Let's put both of these in and start smelting them. So you can combine some different ores in here as well. So you need to be careful what you put in at the same time, because some ores will actually combine. Oh, and I've still got this on. Let's get you in again. There we go. And let's just chuck you in again. Where are you? There we go. And you can see it's using the lava. 750 millibuckets still remaining. But let's let this, let's both of these smelt up. So you can see we've got, there you go, molten lead, 2 ingots. And I just want to show you what happens and how to get around what might happen as well. Come on, iron. There we go. And you can see now we have 2 molten iron ingots and 2 lead ingots. Now say you put a few of these things in there and say, I don't want the lead right now. How do you get to the iron? Well, you just have to click on the iron, and you can see it's swapped around. You want the lead back again, you can swap it back round. So that's how you do that if you've got more than one thing in here. Now you need to be careful, like I just mentioned, because some of these, some ores, some fluids will actually combine. Now that's called alloying. So if we have a look, one of the most famous ones is called manulin. So if we look at this, if we look at how to make this, you can see casting, yeah. But how do we make molten manulin? If we look here, you can see alloying. There we go. Molten cobalt and molten ardite will produce manulin. So you cannot put those 2 different resources in without it combining to make manulin. It will mix within the smeltery before you even cast it. So you need to be careful about what you put in. So I think one of the common ones is bronze. So if you look at that, molten bronze, look at alloying, there you go, copper and tin. If you put that in, so that's 3 copper and 1 tin, will make 4 molten bronze. So you need to be careful about what you put in there. So now we have the smeltery set up. Let's actually use it to upgrade our pickaxe. It's alright, our pickaxe, but mining level is still on diamond, and we can do better than that. We can do a little bit better than that. And the way we do that is if we have a look here, and what we want is, oh, there it is, an Obsidian Sharpening Kit, okay? And you make this by smelting obsidian over a Sharpening Kit cast. So obviously, we'll need to make one of these first, but we might actually want to make one of these like that. So we're going to use clay. So 144 is 1 ingot, so that is 2 ingots worth of clay, which is just 2 clay like that. And then we need to actually make one of these. So if we look here, where are you? There we go. That is a Sharpening Kit Pattern. So we put that in there. We come to our part builder. We use that. 2 cobblestone will get you one of these. Okay. So let's come over here and make this cast like this. We put that in there. I was going to use gold, but let's use the clay. Let's save the gold because we'll only probably need to use this once for it to work. There we go. We have 2 clay, so let's pour it over here. There we go. That is making a cast. Lovely stuff. So now, obsidian. You might think, well, this right now, because it is diamond level, so it can only mine diamond ores, but nothing above that, which includes obsidian. How do we get obsidian without just making a normal, regular diamond pick to be able to do that? Well, what this smeltery can actually make, it can make obsidian. So if you remember, we made one of these casting basins as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to put that under here like that, and this is used to make blocks. So you could, for instance, put if you got 9 ingots in there of like iron, you could pour it out of here and make an iron block instead of just having ingots. That is totally possible, and you can put a hopper under here to get them out the same as over here as well. So what we can also do is, rather than putting lava in here, is you can put it in to the actual smeltery, and you can actually see it put it into the actual smeltery itself. You can see now we have it here rather than in the tank. And to make the obsidian, of course, we need to add water. And there you go. We have 1 block of obsidian. Excellent. So we pour that out of here, like so, to get obsidian. And we have some obsidian. Now, we actually wanted it smelted. So what we're going to do is, I've got some water up here. There we go. So let's put you back in, and let's put some more of you back in. That will give us, there we go, 1 of that. We should have just about enough lava to smelt this as well, I hope. It is going very slowly. There we go, we have 4 ingots worth, or 2 blocks. And now we can use that. Pour it out here, make the Obsidian Sharpening Kit. There you go, and actually we only needed 1 block. Great, lovely. So let's come back over here, and now to upgrade this, we put the pickaxe in here. You can shift click that in, and you also need a piece of flint. And you can see now it goes to mining level cobalt, and it gets the fortified obsidian. Mining level increased to the same level as obsidian, which means that we can now mine obsidian, we can mine cobalt as well, which is another ore that Tinker's Construct adds. But that is great. So there we go. So today we've successfully got a smeltery up and running, which means that we can double our ores, and we've also upgraded our pickaxe. So I hope that was of help to you. If it was, a like or comment is very much appreciated. If you've got any more tips, feel free to put them in the comments as well. If you've got any questions, if you're not clear on something, then please let me know in the comments and I will try to answer them. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I've been Hector. This was How to Play FTB Revelation, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.